For Team Question Mark, it's good. They used to be Team Supremacy, so now seeing them come through under Avant. Avant dropping their roster after that, disbanded with internal issues. So for AV to bring back a team, it's something that I expected them to do pretty quickly, and they're back in the pick and mix.
Second last season, they're in the mix this season now with a new roster, so good on them. They won that 16-11.
Certainly did.
Grayhound they started. On the T side, only got 7, picked up 9 on their CT side. And you can see that against Legacy, they like their CT side even more. Started on 12 rounds.
Dick Stacey going to pick up the first kill here, and that's going to be Moe going down. And a good pick here for the start for DarkSided to push on their T side. Of course, Grayhound won out the knife round. They picked CT, so the defensive start to this map. And they're going to play it pretty defensively as well, not pushing up too aggressively. Although we do see the push from Urcast down Con. The bomb is going to be planted here. It's going to be Badge. Dick Stacey still pushing up. He's really lit up Urcast here, who's left on 1 HP. It's going to be Grat that comes down to help, and Urcast gets the kill anyway. Badge picks up Burn, and Texter, no, it's going to be Badge getting Prackham too. Now the push for the CTs from short here. Urcast is waiting there with Grat. The smoke will come out. Texter is sitting down in wet, and he's going to pop now left side. Grat comes out from the column. The bomb is being defused right now, and no one is going to get the kill. Grayhound wins out the round with the defusal in the smoke. Urcast on 1 HP, and they failed to kill him in that round. He's going to take it out for Grayhound. Honestly, not sure what DarkSided was thinking there. They needed to push onto that site. They needed to make sure that smoke was clear.
They were shooting at it. It just, they couldn't get the hit.
They had a grown-ups moment. I missed.
Yeah, and Grayhounds come away with the first. DarkSided had a good opportunity there, but DarkSided, the CT side, they love it. In their last time they played at Legacy, they won 12 rounds on it. So you go 12-3, and you're definitely in with a huge shot at winning. They did 16-19 still, so it took them a while on their T side to pull it through. But yeah, definitely wanting to pick the CT side.
It's going to be a kill to start us off. Gratisfaction picking up Dick Stacey. Grat now being pushed, and Badge will drop him. Picking up a FAMAS for his efforts. Moe taking out 1, 2, and 3. That's Texter, Badge, and Sync going down. Flick's now the last man standing for DarkSided. He will push against Prackham, but the UMP is too strong, and Grayhound take this one 2-0 up.
It's kind of what you expect out of round 2 there as well. They didn't want to go for that interesting eco buy, sort of M4 buy on a round 2.
No, they didn't. They've decided. We saw that happen last night, and it didn't really work out most of the time. That it's happened throughout this season, to be fair. Yeah. And this is a good start for Grayhound. They are a strong side, starting out 2-0. Is going to be pushing them on. They'll of course try to push this for the 3rd, and then see if we can go further and further on as well. I mean, we had big runs last night in terms of round leads, and we've had them all season, even with tightly matched teams. Although they're matched well on paper and the overall map score will be close, you know, 16-14, 16-13, it'll be 9-round wins in a row, 9-round berths that we're seeing these teams go on, these streaks. So while this could be a setup for DarkSided to fall down a little bit, Grayhound to really push this forward, I think the DarkSided, with some of the sharp shots they've been hitting, even on pistols, although they're being really dominated by the firepower that's been had out, especially with the M4s and the UMPs that were present then, or FAMASs and UMPs rather, Moe going huge. That's going to be the tale to watch out for here, is whether DarkSided can outshoot on those anti-ecos, because that'll make or break it.
Yeah, certainly right. Well, we saw their aim wasn't too great when the smoke was on the defusing player there. But
can't obstruct their vision, Tibor. Not allowed.
I want to look at the picks for one moment again. We had this is Immunity's pick, Grayhound's pick.
Grayhound's pick.
They play it a lot. They like this map. It's 7 times in this league so far.
Right.
Cache, it's DarkSided's pick.
Okay.
Immunity, they've got a win on it against Atletico, 16-10. So it's a decent map for Grayhounds there. It is. But you take a look at DarkSided's previous achievement on Cache in this CGP.
In this league.
Yep. 1-16 to the Chiefs.
Right. So not the strongest map for them.
Not particularly.
But I feel also, I mean, I casted that game and Chiefs ran away with it, and I don't think it was going to be anything particular for that map pick. I think that no matter what, that game was going to be huge, and Chiefs would have stuck it to DarkSided. And there was extraneous factors as well. I mean, we often reference past matchups on maps played to see, you know, try and get a gauge on how they might play this time. But DarkSided were coming back from being international when they played the Chiefs. They had a very long week. To come back, I mean, it's part and parcel when you're playing at top levels of any game, and even in top sports. But to come back and then have to play after all of that, something that these boys aren't really used to. It's
their first overseas trip.
That's right, and it's been a very packed winter season as well. So to expect them to perform at top notch when they've come back, maybe a little harsh, but we'll see how they do when they pull out Keisha tonight. We are back in though, ladies and gentlemen. Apologies for the pause. Hopefully the players are all sorted. They've had their tactical, and we might see DarkSided pull in the first round win for them, making it 1-2. Already been kills, and it's Sync going down to Grat. Of course, Burn and Moe are also down. Flix is the last man standing, and he's in the back of the site. Grayhound will win it out 3-0 now, and they're going to be pushing on further. Of course, we see the economy of DarkSided not looking pretty right now. My guess is they will pistol play up, perhaps for a force. Would be good to see some aggression coming through from DarkSided, and maybe a Tech 9 rush as Flix and Tex to pick them up. Dick Stacey will aim for the Deagle. Now, he's been sharp already tonight with a couple of headshots in both the pistol round and the round following, so maybe he'll put that Deagle to use.
Quite potentially. It'll be good for DarkSided if he can. But Grayhound, they're obviously bored up right now.
And
Texter.
It's not going to be good. Moe, MP7 gets 2. Gratisfaction will pick up Texter. Badger and Flix, though, reply with Moe and Grat going down. Flix and Badge are left up. Badge has managed to get an AK here that he's going to look to push with a little further. That was Dick Stacey's. It's going to be Prackham, Urcast, and Burn who are left up for Grayhound, and they're on the hunt here. Not quite on the hunt, sorry. Flix is on the hunt. Grayhound sitting back. We've got one located in Wet, looking towards B, and then 2 on A. So that's Prackham here. He's lurking. He's sitting by the tunnel. He's in the corner now. And it's going to be Flix and Badge to come up on him. Prackham is waiting for approach here, Tibor, and we're coming into the last 45 seconds of the round. DarkSided will need to execute, but Prackham could catch them on the crossfire.
Yeah, Flix is going to come out now and get taken down straight away. Badger, he's not going to do much better either. And Greyhounds, they go up 4-0.
Moe and Prackham picking up 2 kills apiece in that round. Puts Moe in a good position here. Despite dying, he will have almost 8k. 5-1-3 is his scoreline for the KD. And 4-0 for Grayhound is a very good start, as you said. 5 AKs for DarkSided in this round. To 4.
Gratisfaction, he's got his AWP.
He certainly does. So it's going to be the answer back for Grayhound. That escalation of aggression here. We're going to see if we can force some kills out. Grat is going to get an early one, and Moe will pick up Badge. Sync unable to run out now. He will go through the flash, and the nade. Sync will pick up Grat, and that's the AWP down AWP down on Grayhound. DarkSided picking up the kill. They are still down 2 men though in a 3v4 situation.
Yeah, Gratisfaction at least picked up a kill there. They're still in the positive.
Oh!
Texty, he actually got onto Moe in time. I thought he would have got around the corner, but no.
Moe was playing it slow, trying to move without making too much noise. Wasn't sure if they'd been the push up long, so didn't want to alert anyone there. Flix coming out here, and Urcast is sitting in the corner, left-hand side. Flix is going to get some utility out towards Bank. The flash comes through here. Flix is not looking quite yet. Now he is, and he'll catch out Urcast on his rear end. Texter picks up Prackham, and it's going to be the flip here for DarkSided. Burn, the last man standing, has rotated, and he's going to be coming up long. No point in saving here. He might be able to pull out the 1v3. I think he's going to go for the push here. Flix, he is. He's going ham, and Flix will take him out. That is the first round going for DarkSided, and they have made their entrance into this map.
Brilliant work coming through there. Still money to buy for Grayhound, of course. 4 rounds in a row. You're going to save yourself up a little bit. But that will hurt the economy, of course, losing all those 5 weapons. Urcast, he's still got a little bit on him. But everyone else, they are dire straits, essentially, for cash if they do lose this round. So DarkSided, they might be able to drag this back ever so slowly at the moment, round by round. That's what you got to do.
Exactly right. Not over to one team, hits 16. Unless there's overtime, then that complicates that saying a little bit. But Urcast will pick up Texter. Does take a lot of damage himself, so 12 HP is what he'll walk away with. Retreating back towards the A site. Moe pushing quite aggressively here, and will pick up Badger. Dick Stacey on the other side of the map will get Prackham. And that's going to be the shot from Sandbags on short. Sync also picks up Moe. He's in connector at the top, sitting on the ledge. And Flicks rotating back a little bit. So with some openings here for the A site, DarkSided looking to rotate and get that bomb back and safe. They've still got just under a minute left to play out.
Burn. Will he spot out Dick? Manages to do so. And now you've only got two very low HP players on DarkSided, 34 and 24. They do, of course, have their AKs started with Gratisfaction, this AWP, which he is so dangerous on. I've seen him off so long. Sync, is he going to come out? No, Gratisfaction changing around. Sync. He's trying to spot out Gratisfaction here. Doing anything. Boost coming. No, no boost, just a throw.
Setting up for nades. Here comes the smokes out. And flashes. Grat flashed out here. Will move and picks up one. That's Flicks. Now looking for a second. Goes for the flick on Sync. But will not find it. Sync, last man standing. He's in the smoke. Pushing out left-hand side. Will spot one. That's Burn going down. But Grat peeks out and takes out Sync. Gratisfaction finishing off that round with a 2K. And that is Grayhound 5 to DarkSided 1. A strong CT side for me, T-Bor. I think DarkSided are going to need to pull out at least another 5 rounds in this half if they want to have a chance moving into the CT side of the map.
Yeah, certainly right. And it is going to be difficult for DarkSided, of course. They currently are sitting 5th in the league for player rating. Average, 1.03. Ex-immunity, Grayhound, 1.3. They are the best. So
wow,
even though they don't have the best record, they are the best in average player rating. Somehow, I don't know how, although Moe and Grat, they're going ham.
They're proving your point. Urcast picking up a couple for himself, and that'll be Grayhound finishing the round almost as quick as it started there, 6-1. And they're forcing the lead against DarkSided here, really pushing it against them and using that aggression perhaps to sit DarkSided back down a little bit. DarkSided will have the opportunity to have 4 AKs on this. Flicks picking up the Tech 9. They do have utility at their advantage, and Grayhound still making the point of pushing up here in mid. I mean, we saw this. Chiefs did it last night. Alistair was pretty big playing from Party on the CT side with an AWP. Getting there very, very quickly, and then using his speed to his advantage to get some opening shots as the T's emerge from spawn. Not so much for Grayhound, although Gratisfaction will pick up one. As that is Texter trying to come up through Con. DarkSided playing it slow here. A hasn't worked for them yet.
No, they got a plan on B in the pistol round. Didn't manage to hold on to it though, and did go down. Yeah, just Immunity must have a lot of decent average, because Moe is actually the only player in the top 10. Missed shot there from Gratisfaction. But he's only the only player for Immunity Grayhound in the top 10. And the Chiefs, they have the top 3.
Yeah, so it's a lot about overall player contribution by comparison, because there's argument to be made that other teams have. I mean, all of these players are very good.
But roster change in there too. That's gonna create some changes as well. So that mainly go off the 4. Not sure exactly how that goes, but Gratisfaction picks up his 2nd for the round.
Stick Stacy down. Grat aware that something's been thrown and will poke. Gets a leg. Badge going to poke here, and Grat misses. That will be the kill for the trade. Moe picks up Flicks and gets Badger, while Urcast cleans this round up, taking down Sync. Grayhound now 7-1.
And Moe just manages to save the AWP purchase for Gratisfaction. And we're going to have another pause here as DarkSided, they're down to 7-1.
It's a rough start, but it was also their T-side. T-side on Overpass, we, generally speaking for the league, haven't seen anyone do very well on it.
No, but you
they
still
look to try and hold on. 7-1's a big lead to, or a big disadvantage here. 6 rounds in for comparison. That's, you know, they're on a hard fight back now. You know,
a very hard fight back.
We've only got a few rounds remaining. So when you're down 7-1, that's already the halfway point for Grayhound here. They take another round, they've technically won out the half in terms of, you know, there's 15 rounds and a half. You can't take over.
Out of 9 rounds.
That's right. You can't take the lead from them. So for them to, or Grayhound to push forward, they're going to be looking to push that 8th round win, then on to the 9th. It's leaving it hard for DarkSided to claw back.
Yeah, well, the last CT side that he played in this league was 12-3. They did have a few issues. They gave up 6 rounds to 4 on their T side.
They did.
So T-side not as good, or CT side not as good, but I mean, it's not that bad that they're going to give up 11 plus rounds, you would think.
You would think so, and it's going to be a flash coming in to back Grat out as he retreats towards A site. He will go bank. He does pick up the kill to start us off, and so does Urcast. It's going to be Texter pushing through bathrooms here. Does spot out Moe, and Moe retreating back. He will get a kill on Badger for the rotate. Picks up Sync as well, but can't quite get the transfer onto Texter, who walks away with an M4 for his efforts. Grat not watching the right spot there. Urcast will finish it off, and Grayhound win it out. That's round number 8. DarkSided now looking to buy up here. They will be able to afford AKs this round. Get some utility, boys, and hopefully they can make something rain on B. That's what I'm feeling, T-Ball. Go for the B site. Yeah, go for the B site. Make it rain with some utility. Block off towards spawn and heaven, and see how you go. It's going to be about whether they can get that short, that wet control through short as well, because Prackham and Urcast here, you already see them. They're looking for the boost. And that's Gratisfaction picking up Texter in con.
Pushing so aggressively as well. He'll retreat a little bit back down A main near the toilets, and
if you can see these two on the outer, they can make it in time. That's Dick, and I believe that's Sync with him as Badger does get the kill in mid. Moe going down to him. The bomb pushing back into toilets now with Sync. Could have potentially run the whole of the outer. Grat will pick up another. Urcast gets Dick Stacy. Sync pushing up. Has seen Gratisfaction, but will not manage to get a shot off. Is waiting for the repeak, and it will not come through.
No repeak when you run to the back of A. He's just got straight out of there.
No repeaking when you're in bank.
No. Moves back up here. Sync might be able to spot him out this time. Gratisfaction is looking down A long instead.
Sync has made himself known here. Fires a shot off, waiting for the jump to look, and great Molotov to force back Grat. There'll be a second to zone him off further. Flicks pushing deep in the site here. Will be approaching bank, and the T's do have control. Gratisfaction going for a shot on Sync. Is not able to get the kill. Brackham spraying through here from the stairs in the smoke towards the truck, but the bomb will go down. Flicks waiting ever so patiently. Grat does pick up Sync. Flicks is biding his time here. Grat, if he pushes, we could see Flicks pick up the kill, and Flicks goes for the pre-fire, but will not connect. Brackham now going to push and falls down. That's Grat, but Burn comes out with the flank and is going to pick up Flicks, get the defuse, and that will be round number 9 for Grayhound.
And now things get very, very scary. If they weren't scary enough for 7-1, they're scary enough now here. 9-1. They've confirmed the half win. They're pushing forward now. They've got a chance to do even better than that 12-3 previously against Legacy. And DarkSided, they just have no answer right now. Maybe they're going to go for that B push this time. See if Grat is not pushed up as much now.
Rackham has messed up that incendiary there. However, Burn will pick up 2 from the boost. That's Dick Stacy and Texter going down before Burn drops off and repositions on the site. He will get a Molotov out to block off Monster and prevent the push through without some damage. No one there to wait for him, though, as we see Badger is pushing up Con. And there is Flicks going out, looking for that short and wet in the connector. Incendiary comes through from Grat, and Badger will sit in it for a little bit before pushing out. Gratisfaction with the flash out. Badger does get flashed. Moe is smoked in. And Grat getting the smoke out to the left-hand side, making sure no one pushes him. Moe backing himself into toilets here. Could poke now. Is waiting for his time. Checking out long. Sync looking for this push. And we'll look at Grat. It's Moe from the side, though, that picks him up. Going to get the incendiary down. And we'll look out for Badger as well. Badger's pushed on the outer side. Is coming in here. And Badger gets the kill. Great pickup. Urcast going to be finding Badger. Badger with not much HP will be taken down. It's all up to Flicks. Pushing out from Con here. Urcast will find him, but will not be able to secure the kill. Flicks in a 1v3. T-Boy, I'd like to say I believe in the clutch, and I do enjoy a good clutch, but 1v3 and the way Grayhound is playing just does not seem feasible.
Yeah, they're playing incredibly well right now. You still got Prackham, Gratisfaction, Burn still up. Gratisfaction, he's going to miss a shot.
He does get tagged up as well, and Flicks will get him as he sees him peek over the smoke. Burn going to stop this run, though, and put Flicks in his place, preventing a third kill and getting the round secured for Grayhound 10-1.
Yeah, and bucks to spend on Grayhound. DarkSided. They're going to go Tech 9. Come on, Tech 9 rush. Is this your Tech-9 Rush B that you wanted?
I hope so. I really hope so. They've got utility, flashes, and 2 smokes. Time to use it.
There it is. Just execute on. Oh, and Grayhound have read it too.
They certainly have. They're pushing over for the site here. Flashes coming out, and Grat will pick up Flix. Urcast is sitting barrels, and Burn gets Texter. He gets Flix and Sync as well before gets put down by Badger. So the 1 kill coming out for DarkSided on the rush. Grayhound have read that well, have forced them into a bad position, and will pick up an 11th round.
That's it. Game awareness, soul read, whatever you want to call it. That is beautiful play by Grayhound.
It certainly is.
Most of their plays have been default until now.
Yeah.
And they spot out the rush immediately. We'll see another default here. Urcast is going to be the one to push into connector. Gratisfaction, he's pushed up.
That's party for you, baby. Moe will pick up Sync before being dropped by Dick Stacey out on the long side. It's aggressive CT coming through now from Grayhound as they are pushing up towards Party and holding it. They're not taking a shot. They're not popping and backing off. They are sitting here waiting. Badger will go down to Urcast, but Urcast is going to move. Doesn't want to be caught out from Con. Back into toilets, and away he goes. Texter mollied out here. The incendiary going to prevent him from pushing forward, unless he wants to take some damage, and he will wait that time out. Flix is over the other side, waiting through the smoke on Monster. Not going, and not willing, I'd say, to push through that. Dick Stacey slowly pushing up here. Bomb is mid. Grat is waiting for them. He's going to rotate out to the side here. Will not see the elbow of Dick Stacey there as he's waiting. Texter going to be pushing up here. Grat dropping down, and he's seen. There is the smoke that comes out. Gratisfaction sees it. Texter will see Urcast on the side. He turns around and gets Grat as well. Burn going down to Flix, and it's the turn. Perhaps this is the round that we see DarkSided pick up a second. Flix is going to rotate towards the site, picking up the bomb on the way as we see Texter holds in the rear of Bank. He's waiting for Prackham to push back up here, and he's going to put that incendiary out to prevent the push back from spawn. Flix throwing that nade out there just in case Prackham is waiting ready. Prackham flashed out here. Texter watching the cross, but he's just moved at the wrong time. He will not see Prackham jump up onto the stairs, and Prackham now onto the site. They've got coverage from a couple of angles here. Prackham going to clear Bank first. We'll see Texter, and pre-fire gets the headshot, but with 19 HP left, he has to play for Flix, and Flix, a great Molotov to try and prevent the defusal. Flix is going to play for time here, ladies and gentlemen. He will see Prackham, and he's going to back out. Prackham with the fake, and that'll be Flix. Finishes him off. DarkSided win the round, and that'll be their second. Well played to Flix to secure that one.
And 6 grenades thrown by Flix. That's a fair amount in that round.
Certainly is.
More than you can buy. Picked one up along the way.
He certainly did.
That's what you got to do.
Picked a couple up.
Prackham, he did well. He just couldn't come away with the 2 versus 1 clutch. And now DarkSided, they finally got their second round. At the moment, you'd say it's a chance for Grayhound to reset DarkSided's economy, but it's so late in the round now, and DarkSided
doesn't matter.
They're trying to get a paddle to actually get up the creek.
That's right. The thing is, as well, even if Grayhound take this round out, DarkSided was going to be looking to buy up next round. You know, DarkSided haven't had a whitewashed round in the 2 they've won. They've always dropped a player or 2 or 4. So trades coming through. Dick picking up Moe, but Gratisfaction trading him straight back out.
This is looking good for DarkSided, though. They're 4 versus 3 up right now. They still haven't committed to a site bomb. Back in the connector. See which way they want to go. Potentially A, but there's still a minute left, so they can do whatever they want. He might not go there.
No, probably not. They're going to wait. Position, get nades prepped. Ready to execute onto the A site. It is a 4v3, so technically manpower advantage is on the side of DarkSided. But Gratisfaction's job is to change that. Flash is coming out, incendiary going to come through from Grat, and the push coming now. Sync will pick up Grat, and the boys not quite pushing out on the site. It'll be the rotate from B. They are covering their corners though, getting the spray just in case there's anyone lurking in the smoke. Bomb will be planted for toilets. And they're waiting for the push here. Urcast is spraying through from stairs. Will not get much done. And now it's the push through Bank T-ball.
Certainly is. Bit of damage going down to Flix from the nade, but getting mollied out here. Prackham trying to get up onto the site.
And here it is. Brackham gets flicks, but Sync will trade him straight back out for Urcast and finishes us off with Brackham and 3K. It's the last round of the half. DarkSided have managed to claw back another couple of rounds since the run. 11-3, potentially 12-3, if not 11-4 to finish off the half.
Yeah, and really got to come away with the 11-4 here. Moe, the only one not with a full-blooded rifle. It's still a pretty good one. It's a FAMAS. And a Zeus, of course. You've got to have a Zeus.
Always got to have a Zeus. We learned that last night.
Yeah, you just got to burn it off before the round even starts.
Yeah, got to make sure the cameraman's watching the Zeus.
And Greg picks up the first kill. He's so good at that.
You know, he's done very well. We're going to see Urcast backing out from Con while Texter comes up to follow. We'll see him. Caught him with his pants down as he turns around. And that'll be the kill for Texter to open it back up for DarkSided.
Still a very long time to go in this round. Both teams facing off. We'll have Sync going back for the bomb. He'll take it towards A once again. Dick, he's not going to find anyone up A long. But Texas going to see Moe in the toilets. Take him out here. And now it's a 4 versus 1. Brackham, the only one remaining. And he's a long way away.
He certainly is. He's playing from short here and Flix will spot him. That'll be the finish of the half. DarkSided managing to take out 4 on their T side before they head to the CT. Grayhound very strong out of the gates and a good close despite dropping a couple of rounds. They'll be going in with an 11-round total into the second half. 7 rounds up, and they only need 5 to get the first map won for tonight.
Well, it's not as big as it could have been for Grayhound. DarkSided, it's a good comeback. It gives them some confidence. If they can come away with the pistol here, at least get yourself 2, potentially 3 rounds. Sort of in with a hope. We'll see how Grayhound do want to play this.
And we're seeing that's DarkSided covering the B site. Now the rotates back up to A. They're expecting a push or a rush. Nothing's come through it. And it's actually Grayhound who are waiting out there in T-Con. They were waiting and playing the time, and now they're going to commit. It's the push down long towards A. DarkSided have rotated back up, and it's going to be a Clown Fiesta with the pistols. Dick Stacey picks up 2 to start us off, looking for a third, but Moe puts him down. Moe looking for some more kills. Badger will get Urcast, and Sync will grab Moe CQ. Grat, the last man standing, 1 HP, and he's going to retreat back towards mid. He's got the Glocko, called the Croco, and he's going to rotate back through toilets here. Bomb's not planted. Grat has the bomb, so he's got 1 HP and the bomb, but a lot of work cut out for him 1v4.
Yeah, trying to be like, hey, I'm going B, but Grayhound are not, DarkSided are not falling for it at all. 35 seconds remaining, 1 HP, 4 players up. This is all done on the back of Dick picking up those first 2 kills.
There it is.
There we are. Picking up those first two kills as the rush onto the site came. There were so many players there, and they just couldn't pick Dick up before he got the 2.
And it's going to be the boost that DarkSide need, I feel, here on the CT side. We're seeing the UMPs, the FAMASs, and an M4 being given to Flix. He's going to hold on to that one dearly and look to make good use of it here in round number 17. 11-5 is the scoreline, ladies and gentlemen. The AOC CyberGamer Premier League winter season matchup between Grayhound and DarkSided. Grayhound, formerly Team Immunity, picking up Brackham in the move. They've started out strong here. DarkSided starting out the second half in their favour. Let's see if DarkSided can keep the ball rolling.
Well, they really need to. At the moment, they lose this map. It's going to be hard times. They can make their life in the CGP a little bit easier on themselves. If they can drag this back, you'd be hoping for an overtime at this stage. Grayhound, they are stacked towards A. 4 players in toilets. Urcast here. He's A long. Looking onto the site. DarkSided giving them a lot of ground, but they are set up on the site here for the rush. Or the execute, you may call it.
Yeah, you could. Not so much a rush, as they are playing it quite massively with their pistols. I think they're waiting for some DarkSided aggression.
Slow, execute, rush, slash. Kill them all.
Smoke. There's 2 smokes, and now it's going to be the push. Badger sitting on the site. That's Urkas going to pick him up straight away. He's also spotted out someone moving back. Texter will get Prackham before he's put down by Burn. And Grayhound do have the site, but that'll be Sink pushing on, who picks up 2. That's Moe and Burn before Grat puts Sink out of his misery. Dick Stacey pushes up, and that'll be the round finish though, Flicks. And Dick Stacey closed it out for us. DarkSided picking up another round. It was a good push from Grayhound, but that final rotate won it out for DarkSided. Getting some good kills there, using the UMP and the FAMAS to their advantage. 11-6, T-Ball.
Yeah, Grayhound did manage to pick up both FAMASes along the way, but couldn't put them to good use. Dick Stacey coming in there with the UMP and just cleaning them up. But DarkSided, they are in with half a shot now. 6-11. They can get another couple in a row.
Not the biggest deficit we've seen.
They should be able to come away with this one.
Badger picking up Urkas is a good start for DarkSided. Texter looking for Grat, and he's going to rotate back through toilets here. The push coming through from Moe, but he meets Badger. And also his death. Grat pushing up now, and Texter will find him. Prackham taking out Badger as well. It's Flicks with a nade taking out Gratisfaction. Flicks now, M4 is getting some traction here. Burn goes down, and it's going to be Prackham left up. Flicks pushes up onto him and will get the kill. DarkSided wins the round, and Flicks with a 3K.
And now we'll finally get a buy out of Grayhound. They finally get to have a nice full buy, or almost full buy. A little bit light on utility for some players on their T side, so they can finally go in effectively. DarkSided, they've not opted to upgrade their UMPs. It's kind of your standard. Don't waste your money. UMP's still pretty good.
I mean, we've seen a couple of teams pull that out, especially in most recent weeks, where they said, you know what, UMP's still a good gun. Been playing well with it, won a couple of rounds, even against some buy rounds, going to hold on to it. Even after the adjustments came in, the UMP's still strong. All about that aim. We're hearing shots fired across the map. Some peeking going on. Texter looking out for Grayhound, but doesn't find anyone. Moe going to get tagged down. And a little bit of utility as Grayhound try to push in through mid.
Yeah, push still coming through here. Gratisfaction. He's going to chuck the bomb back. Texter goes out the way. Doesn't want to get picked off just yet. Badger screaming through the smoke. Still a lot of noise being made. They were the first shots for a while.
But not conversion is the thing.
No, that was just sort of a random spray out. Texter, he's hanging out here waiting to see if someone else wants to poke through. There's a lot of threatening, a lot of utility usage, but not a lot of bang for buck so far. Texter's just waiting here to go.
Thing is though, T-Ball, we've seen a lot of utility coming out, but majority of it is still sitting with Grayhound. They've still got 3 smokes, and they're going to find a kill on Texter before they execute on the A site. And here comes the push. Flicks spotted out by Burn. Prackham gets Badger as well, and the plant will go down. The rotate coming from the B site means Sink and Dick Stacey are left up. Dick Stacey spraying there, watching for the close angle. The Molotov will come over the fence. Burn picks up Sink, and he's looking for Dick Stacey as well, but gets taken down after getting some damage dealt. Dick Stacey going for the poke, and he will be found dead in the bank as Prackham takes him down. That'll be Grayhound picking up their first round win of the half.
And since Dick and Sink didn't buy up in the previous, they do have some cash. You might still see...
That's some pistol drop.
Yeah, you'll still go for the pistols here as Badger quite low. They almost had a buy there.
Almost, but not quite enough. They wanted to keep they're playing it smart with their economy, so they're looking to keep it consistent here.
Oh,
and that's why we've had the Deagles dropped. It's still a little bit stacked in the economy, if you ask me. Because Sink's dropped down his economy a fair bit compared to Dick Stacey. But the Deagles are there, the 5.7s for Flicks and Texter, +2 flashes. And they're still playing for time, though, so taking their time, looking for some picks.
Yeah, definitely got to take your time here. Pushing up a long hard is Badger. Looking to come in behind.
Surely he's hearing plenty out the side there as well. You can see him in the X-ray sitting back behind Grayhound. Grat going to push up a little bit. Will find Sink, and that's a good kill. Badger yet to commit to pushing around the corner yet. Burn is going to jump out and will be taken out by Badger, who isn't going to push up for that AK yet.
Are we moving up to the side? The one tap onto Dick Stacy. Not going to help out too much, but the bomb is way back. The B site is completely open if they want it. Satisfaction, going for some more kills though.
Kraken will pick up Flix. Grat going to look around the corner here. No one there waiting for him. His Texter is back. One smart thing Grat did there, he picked up the AK that was dropped out here by Badger getting that kill. So Badger on the rotate can't pick up this AK. He picked up the AK, threw it over the fence out of play. So that prevents the CT picking that up. Means Badger isn't going to secure any extra firepower here.
Just dirty. Just throwing it away.
Get rid of it. Take it out of play. Prevent it being used against you. Smart move.
Exactly. Absolutely brilliant. And now the utility being used very effectively, holding off the push from DarkSided. They've only got the 5.7 and the Deagle. It's not too much against AKs and a bomb plant and 4 players. DarkSided really don't have too much going for him at the moment, except some positioning, maybe get an exit frag onto Urcast here if he wants to poke through. He doesn't.
I think what you're telling me here, Tibor, is it's not looking good for DarkSided this round. That jump, though, from Grat will spot Badger out. Badger spraying through. Left on 17 HP and will fall to the bomb. Grayhound winning out the round and getting an extra kill on Badger. It'll be 13-7 here. 2 rounds away from match point. Grayhound doing okay on their T side, but such a strong CT side to start off the map is certainly going to help.
It'll help hugely. It's not the most skewed map in CyberGamer so far. It's a 55% to 45%. CT on the 55, T 45. Cache is actually the most skewed, which we'll have next. T side 61%.
Oh damn!
So swap it around. That's we're talking about a lot of the sides being CT favoured, not Cache.
No, not Cache. T-side is the way to play. I mean, we have had some pretty stacked games on the T-side by comparison, though.
Oh, it's all small sample size, of course. It's
That's right.
It is over.
That's why we've got that stack. It is stacked, but there's only been a relatively low amount of games played on Cache.
So like when the Chiefs win a game 16-1.
Yeah.
On the T-side.
That could skew things a little bit.
Just a touch. Out of 6 games.
Yeah, just a little. A lot of movement around the map here in this game, as we're in round number 21. 13-7 is the scoreline. Grayhound still pushing the advantage. And they're looking to pick up more rounds on the T side here. Urcast sitting in con. It's going to be Moe that goes down to Flix. Flix rotating around. Gratisfaction looking to push through toilets here. There is Badger waiting on the outside. You can see him on the X-ray there, ladies and gentlemen. Waiting for someone to push him. Either behind so he can hear them, or right in front of me. Sees the shadow from Urcast and gets the kill. Kraken will peek out and get the trade. Gratisfaction now pushing up, and this is going to be Grayhound looking to get the site. Flix gets 1 and Texter gets 2 to push this round in favour of DarkSided at 8-13.
Still, they continue their push. Grayhound, they've got cash, so they're not too. They won't be too concerned right now about their economy. Got to start getting on the winning rounds again, but they've still got a lot left over. DarkSided can take another one. Grayhound should still, well, they'll still be able to buy up. DarkSided, they just have to keep winning in this stage. Only 2 away from match points for Grayhound. 3 more and they take it. Grayhound moving up a long.
Certainly are. So I'm bringing up the map for you so you can get a good overview of what's going on. Plenty of utility being used here as we see some smokes coming out. Texter going to drop another one in mid. The boost for Badger to watch through window. And he's going to retreat back now. The smoke coming through for Texter. Urcast getting some spray down, but no damage done. Texter will cop it now at the back end of that. And Moe CQ, he's going to pick up Badger. It's Gratisfaction grabbing Texter. And the site is for Grayhound. The A-long push was great. And it means that they have got the site under control. DarkSided moving out here. And I think they're opting for a save, Tibor. Looking for some exit frags. They're not rushing to the site. They could go the rotate here. They could. It's an option, but the rotate would have been connector.
Yeah, and straight on time, but utility was thrown out anyway, so it would have taken a little bit to get through. And
there's still utility. I mean, Grat still got all of his utility this round. He hasn't used any of it yet. Incendiary smoke. Well, he's picked up an incendiary. He doesn't have a Molotov. He's got 2 flashes there still, and that'll be the round for Grayhound. 14-8. They're doing very well in this first map.
Only 2 taken down in that. Only 2 CTs on the side of A. So that push along A-long was very, very effective in the end.
Certainly was.
We saw in the previous half, DarkSided, they were like, okay, now's the time to rush B. And Grayhound threw 4 players at it and just cleaned them up.
And they said, yeah, time for you to rush B so we can get easy kills and win a round again. We're now going to see Grayhound push towards the B side. Heavy on Monster. With only Urcast pushing out towards... He's in playground at the moment, just chilling behind the fence.
But they forced 3 over onto the A site for this one, through the previous round.
They did.
Now there's only 2 on the B, so if they do decide to move in anytime soon, that will help them out.
We've had a third drop onto the B, though. We certainly do. Dick Stacey watching out near Monster. And Grayhound could look to push on this. Dick's not going to peek Monster yet.
They're just waiting it out, There's still a minute left. We don't have to do anything.
That's right. Plenty of time. And here comes the flash out. Dick Stacey has been spotted, and Grayhound are pushing through here. Flashed out, and Dick Stacey gets Prackham. Going to look for another kill here on site, and Burn, are you okay? He certainly is not, as Flix will finish him off with Dick Stacey. Grat gets the first trade back here. That's Dick going down. Sync waiting on site, waiting for the push here. Going to smoke out on short, so no one comes from that side. He gets flashed out as he peeks, and it's Urcast who's going to take him down. Moe picks up 1 for himself on Texter, and the bomb will be planted. Flix and Badger, the last 2 remaining. Badger rotating very slowly. Flix is already here. Moe able to duck down and not quite die. But Flix will pick up Urcast. Moe sitting near barrels now. Badger comes through, and Flix gets the kill. Flix having a big round already on a 3K, and Grat the last man standing. Defusal started up for Flix. Grat's going to push. He will get the kill on Badger, and Flix going to finish him off for the 4K to round out round number 23. 9-14, DarkSided still trail, but an epic performance from Flix.
That round was so up and down at every stage. The first execute, that failed onto B. They waited out, allowed for the rotate back to A to C. Well, they basically had the default set up again with the remaining players. And then pushed through once more. That worked. The Gratisfaction was the only one remaining to try and stop the bomb. Waited just that little bit too long.
Certainly did.
So no match point for Grayhound. They're liking these stacks.
They are. They're liking them because it's giving them a lot of ability to see across the map. So they're opening up their range of vision.
And trading out. Exactly.
Moe is pushing up here on Toilet. Badger mirroring him in the wall. Moe has seen Texter and will take him out. However, Badger on the reply gets Prackham Grat. And that will be Flix going down to Grayhound. Burn picking up the kill. Urcast and Burn, the only 2 left remaining for Grayhound. And Burn is not looking too good right now. 12 HP.
A little bit burnt up.
Stop it.
Oh, come on, it's my first one.
Okay, yeah, I'll allow that. Last night was horrid for me. I had too many.
Every night's hard for you.
Oh, wow. Going to fall to Burn. And that is Grayhound evening the odds ever so slightly as they make it 2 men aside. With 40 seconds still left on the clock, T-Ball, they could go for a play here to force this to match point.
Oh,
it's available to them.
They've got to go for a play at least. It's 2 versus 2. I mean, Burn's a little bit low, but who cares about that? Burn's
low, but the secret is fragged without getting hit. Like, it's that simple,
it's an
right?
AK. You can hit him in the noggin.
That's simple.
Just
dome him.
Just tap.
Just tap it in.
Tap it.
That's it. Molotov's going to come out, and they are going to push for the side. But Sync is going to be waiting and doesn't actually see Burn behind Urcast until after he has got the kill. DarkSided will win the round. They tried for the play, T-Bor, and maybe they should stop listening to us. 14-10 is going to be the scoreline as DarkSided still hold on into this one. Grayhound unable to push this forward to match point. They're going for the pistol buy now. Their economy has finally run out. And DarkSided coming through the recession with plenty of firepower. 3 M4s, an AK, and a UMP. Badger has done very well with the UMP tonight when he's been able to get some kills and get some good positioning. Hopefully he can do well here in round number 25.
Yeah, and they're not going to go for a stacked rush this time with only the pistols. They're going to play it slow. So they're kind of playing the reverse of what what you'd expect, the pistol rush versus the rifle rush. But they'll pick up the first kill here. Urcast onto Badger.
Texter answers right back onto Urcast, dropping him with a headshot. Texter holding hard on the A site. He is joined now by more teammates as the rotate comes through. And that will be Sync coming up from B. Flash coming out here. Texter aware that someone is A-long. That's going to be Burn sitting there. No peek at the moment. Grayhound taking their time. Looking for slow peeks. Texter's definitely spotted out Burn now and knows his left side. Texter going to be pushing up here. Burn waiting for him, and Texter will get the advantage seeing his leg. And drops him. Gratisfaction waiting for Texter on the push. He'll be hiding behind the box there. Brackham goes to the peek out toilets, and Texter gets some damage down. Moe is playing long here, looking for Texter. Will get a hit, but doesn't get the headshot. Will not be a kill, and Texter able to retreat back onto the site. He's now moving bank, has seen that Moe is peeking, and looks for some spray. Gets a little bit onto him. 51 HP, 21, and now the kill. Texter finishing him off. Gratisfaction looking for the push onto the site, but he gets put down, and Texter will finish off a 4K in this round. Brackham going down, the last man for Grayhound. DarkSided 11, still trailing by 3, but they are certainly playing well this half, T-Ball.
Playing excellently this half. They've brought it back to 11-14. This was an 11-4 half on the previous to Grayhound, and now DarkSided, they're going huge. They've only allowed 3 to Grayhounds, 7 here for DarkSided. Grayhound, they do have a bye this round though. The last round wasn't, we'll say that it doesn't count. They all count though.
They all count. And Grat coming through. He's going to push through the smoke and pick up Texter, but Flix will put him out of the round.
He's seen everybody.
He certainly has. So this is going to be the push now onto the B site. Or not.
I think they know.
I think Grayhound are self-aware.
They're pretty aware that they got seen. They saw him as well. They're like, yeah, maybe not.
Maybe don't rush into a trap. It's a trap.
Come on, guys, let's go. No.
Admiral Akbar right here.
It's a trap
on B. Moe is waiting for the push though.
But they didn't rotate. They didn't go too early.
No, they're just playing it. They're playing it for time, and they're playing it for picks here.
Good game sense by both teams, with heads being spotted and all those players being spotted.
Here it is. So this is what they were waiting for. Now not a rush. They're looking for an execute. They're going to get utility out onto the site, and Dick Stacey is going to see them in. Monster gets one, and plenty of damage dealt to Moe as well. A good trade in terms of damage here. Urcast going to push up short. He'll get one, but Badger puts him down after getting Brackham. It's now Moe CQ, oh my lord, he goes down. Flix will quickly finish him as DarkSided win yet another round. 14-12, again, still in favour of Grayhound, but they are forced back onto pistols this round. Looks like they might go for an attempt at a rush.
DarkSided are now, I might call them favourites even, to take this out. It's at least back to a even money match. As Grayhounds, they've given up a lot of rounds, and they haven't been able to get a lot of penetration onto these sites either.
No, they certainly haven't. And look, honestly, looking to the first half, I thought that maybe Grayhound had this easily. DarkSided playing so well in the second half on their CT, it's going against what I might have thought previous.
Certainly has. Well, looking at the past, Grayhound were way better on their CT sides than their T sides. A bit like Avant-Garde at the finals.
Yeah.
On Mirage. Their T side was phenomenal. CT needed some work.
As we see the utility coming out from the CT DarkSided team to hold on to the A site. Grayhound waiting patiently, and Dick Stacey will pick up Moe over on B, so prevents any kind of push through Monster there. Incendiary coming out here, and Urcast will rotate back, retreat a little while getting flashed out here. The site's still very well held by DarkSided, with the aggressive push coming out a little bit there as well. That's going to be Dick Stacey still over on B, pushing towards sandbags at short, making sure that nobody's there, trying to get some information. I mean, knowing where a player is good, but knowing where players aren't can sometimes be better. They aren't B, they are not Monster. It's covering a whole heap of range, you know, but it's still valuable, that's right. Knowing where players aren't, you can kind of triangulate a little bit.
If you've seen them and they've shot you in the head, that's no good to you.
No. But if you haven't seen anyone, you can confirm no one's here because you've cleared out. Well, that's looking good. Flix gets one. We'll get two. Now for three. That's Texter that actually picks up two. Helped out by Flix. Flix will finish it off with the pistol kill on Gratisfaction, and DarkSided are looking for the tie game, 14-13. There are 2 rounds left in this one, or 3 rounds left in this one, Tibor, including the current. 2 rounds after this. If DarkSided can tie it up, then this could go either way.
I'm still calling this either way right now. Grayhound, even if they pick up this round, I still feel that DarkSided can very likely drag it back. I'm not convinced so far that the T-side's been phenomenal by Grayhound. As we've seen, they've given up a lot of rounds. So DarkSided really coming in strong right now. There's been a few blowouts in other leagues between these 2 teams. This one was looking like almost a blowout. They've managed to do really well to bring it back and put themselves in a position where they can take the win.
And they're looking for a push on the B side. Not stacking heavy, no rush, no execute, it's a push. Gratisfaction picking up Dick Stacey, but Urcast will fall down to Sync. Sync now watching short after it gets Molotov out from heaven. And it'll be the drop coming through as well. Get some rotation onto the site, 4v4. And I mean, it's simple maths, Tibor. If you can do better in the second half than your opposition did on that side, you win.
Yep.
It's simple math. So that's what, you know, DarkSided are looking to do now. Looking to have a better CT side. Gratisfaction looking to stop that by picking up Texter.
He hasn't had an AWP on this T side yet.
No, he hasn't. Now he's using offensive AWP. It's good to see. He's got a couple of picks already. And looking to open it up even further is Moe, who grabs Sync. Badger and Flix left up here, and Grayhound are well on their way right now to match point. Badger is playing down. It was a Bins. He's now going to move to under bank. Spotted out by Moe from behind, though. If he moves through this doorway, Moe will find him from behind. Badger turns, but it is the counter frag. The repeat coming through from Burn, who will pick up Badger. And match point, ladies and gentlemen, for the first map of the night. 1 out of 2. Grayhound sitting 15-13 to DarkSided right now. DarkSided have fought valiantly. They need 2 rounds in a row to push this to overtime. And like you said, Tibor, very possible, especially considering the fact that they are still on a very good buy.
Oh, certainly. They've won a lot of rounds. They've got lots of money. I'm surprised it took this long to say Gratisfaction just buy an AWP.
Yeah.
As it's worked immediately. So, moving forward, we'll see if we can get another early pick. Although I suppose the super early game is now over. Urcast will get the first one. Wallbang to the head on Sync.
Sync is biting bullets right now. Flick's getting some utility out and going to look to smoke off short, which he's done effectively. And has also thrown a nade out to the bottom connector door. Dick Stacey sitting at pillar, waiting for the push through monster. Not going to find it yet. Flix grabs Urcast. And now it is traded back. Flix a lot worse for wear though than the Grayhound side with their pick. He's down to 8 HP. Kraken will spot our Badger and will get the kill as he moves out. He's looking for Texter as well. But Texter says no thanks and gets the frag. Utility coming out and we take it back. The pace drops a little bit again, Tibor.
Yeah, pace drops, but they'll wait.
Here comes B.
Burn, yeah, Burn through the utility out onto A to keep those 2 players there. Now they should be able to take this site. Moe goes down though.
Burn trades back and gets the kill on Dick Stacey. Grayhound do have control of the site, but they're not aware of that yet. And it's going to the push here. Grat takes down Texter, and that'll be the plant. It's all up to Flix with 8 HP, 1v2. A very healthy Grayhound side. Flix is at severe disadvantage here. He does have a kit, but it'll be all about getting onto that bomb. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Gratisfaction finishes us off, and he will get that final kill for the win.
Certainly does. That was an up and down round, that final one. But what a second half from the side of DarkSided there.
Yeah.
They did pull it back.
They did.
But 4 rounds, just not enough.
No, and what's coming up next, Tibor? Tell us about Cache.
Cache, well, they've both played it once.
Mm-hmm.
We have Greyhounds. They beat Atletico.
On Cache?
On it, yeah. A nice little 16-10. And Cache, for DarkSided, they lost to the Chiefs 1-16.
So we're not going to mention that, but we are going to go to a short break here for the AOC CyberGamer Premier League winter season of 2017. My name's Judge, that's Tibor. Stay tuned for Cache, the second map of the night.